Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm once again in the Wollemi National Park, about 100 kilometers west from Sydney. I have been here quite a few times this year. The last time was probably in 6 or 7 weeks ago. And as you can see, we're starting off with a beautiful day. It had quite some rain over the last days, but today and tomorrow should be fine. I think tomorrow might be a few showers. But look at this view. We're here at an elevation of around the 550 meters, but we're gonna descend very steeply in a moment to sea level almost, to the Colo river. If you're following the channel, you may remember a video where I camped on the banks of the Colo river in Wollemi Park. The plan back then was actually to cross the river and to look for a shallow cave to stay the night. I decided back then not to cross the river. It was extremely cold, it was wide and deep. I think that was the right decision back then. This time I'm back again to look for that same cave. However, I'm starting on the opposite side of the river. So when I'm descending now to the river, there's no need for me to cross it. However, once we get to that point, we have a significant technical terrain to cross. We've got two options. We're either following the river, which is the most likely option, or we can go in a kind of a straight line towards that cave. The problem though is it's very steep terrain, very technical, very steep, rugged and dense bush. But yeah, let's descend first to the river, then we assess the conditions and determine the best route. So far I'm well impressed with the trail. I didn't know much about this trail, but it is definitely meeting or exceeding my expectations. You got basically, you know, all important ingredients. It's not, you know, your typical walking trail in that way that it looks like a fire trail or very wide. It's quite a single trail that you follow, not as obvious. A lot of sections, it's rugged, and at this point we still have some very great views of the Wollemi National Park behind us. Look how pretty all the yellow flowers. It's the right time of the year. Well, have a look at this view. Probably also a good opportunity to assess where we're going. So somehow and somewhere the trail descends here towards the Colo river, and then we're staying left from the Colo river. I think that's upstream, following the river as much as we can. There is another creek and a trail called the Bob Turner Trail. That's the one I followed last time. And then I camped where the trail hits the bank of the Colo River. But this time we want to continue, and hopefully I can find that cave somewhere on the opposite side of that hill. I have been bush bashing for the last 15-20 minutes. The trail kind of disappeared. We're obviously getting closer to the river, but there's still a bit to go. Probably another 150 meters vertical. But again, this is an awesome trail. I'm not the only one. Need some sticks? Yeah. Yeah. Here you got a couple here. Those boys have a really cool spot here. And it's almost persuading me maybe to stay here tonight. The guy is staying here for 2 nights. They came here yesterday and they're staying tonight. Alright, let's have a look at the river. I'm in 2 minds, either to continue and check out that cave if we can get there, or staying here. It's still early, it's about 11 o'clock AM, so we're gonna maybe give it a couple of hours to see if we can find it. Otherwise we might come back and join the boys. So I tried to find a way to follow the river, but the banks are getting too steep, the rock at the bank of the river. So I'm going up and see if I can traverse from a slightly higher perspective, but it's not looking promising. Whew. God. I went up a fair bit, to be honest. So what I'm looking at here is not the Colo River. It's a creek that runs into the river. The river's here to my right hand side. How much I love exploring this area. My progress is too slow. I have to go all the way that way on the other side of that hill. Now I estimate it's going to take me another 3 hours minimum to get there. So I think I'll make a decision here and go back to the bank of that river where the boys are having camp. I'm considering staying here. Beautiful spot. Yeah, the only thing is water level. As long as we don't get too much rain, this should be fine. But I can set up camp over there. It's a little higher. My stove is collapsing. Looks right. At least not raw. Well, I can't say that tastes well. Okay, everything organized. I started using these Otimo lights, the headlight and this small keychain light, very handy. It's almost 10 p.m. so I spent quite a few hours around the fire, not doing much though. Going to sleep. See you guys bright and early again. And it is an absolute stunning morning. There's no wind, no clouds, fantastic. Alright, enjoying the final views. There's one really epic viewpoint that we will reach in 10-15 minutes from now, and we will stop there for a moment. Here's a bit of an alternative route, a bit more challenging. I believe the trail continues here to my right and then makes a left turn, and it should then pass through that section there. So what I'm thinking of doing is actually cut across here, go kind of straight. Well, that first section was actually fairly straightforward, some good handholds. And now we're going to do this again. That looks alright. Looks like they're good handholds and footholds. This trail definitely impressed me. I didn't expect to have such scenic views. So from all trails I walked in the Wollemi, this is probably the one that gives you the best views on a short distance. Obviously I didn't achieve the goal that I set out in the beginning to get to that camp cave, but I had an awesome time here. Fantastic camp, fantastic weather, even better than I expected. So we will be back, and then we will continue the adventure and the exploration to get to that cave. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope to see you next time. Ciao.